This progression is fairly simple, but it features a really cool sound called Lydian. Lydian is kind of, you can think of it as the sound of a major scale over its 4 chord. In this case, the G major scale over a C chord. And if we look at the jam track, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. For the first 4 bars. And what that is like a 1 chord C. Sounds like the 1 chord, right? Because you're hearing the C pedal tone. And then the 2 chord D, but still over the C note. That's like a D major, like this chord, only we're playing it over the C note. That 1 chord to 2 chord, both of them being major, is the Lydian sound. If you take an E chord and move it up 2 frets, or an A chord, move it up 2 frets, those are Lydian sounds. It's the sound of the 1 chord and the 2 chord both being major. It's because the 3 of the 2 chord is the sharp 4. Anyway, you don't have to think all of that. But so the first half of the progression is going to feature that Lydian sound, which is, you can also think of it as just being G major. The second half of the progression is just an E chord. It's like a big old E chord, which really sounds minor because the bass is playing the G right there, the minor third. And by the way, E minor is the same key as C Lydian. It's the same notes. So you're not going to have to change scales. And if you want, you can think of the G major scale patterns. These are the traditional 5. You can think of all those fingering patterns, and you will end up with the C Lydian and E minor sound. So you don't have a lot of scale work to do here. Just think of the G major scale or the E natural minor scale, which equals C Lydian 2. Let's take a listen to the sound of this. So you could hear, I was playing this pattern right here. It's the E minor scale pattern. But we can think of its lowest note as being C. So it gives us a Lydian kind of sound because we're starting on the 4th step. Let's zoom in and take a look. One of the reasons that Lydian sounds the way it does is that a normal C major scale is like this. Well, that fa, or the 4th note, is sharp. I'm thinking of the E minor or G major scale, but starting on C, and you get that F sharp. And that sound you hear in movies all the time, and cartoons. You know, you hear that. So the sharp 4 measured from C is what gives the Lydian sound. The second half of the progression is just E minor, and you could think of E minor pentatonic, E blues, and E minor pentatonic and E blues are going to work good over the C Lydian section also. Pentatonic is classic and makes it real easy. So that was E minor pentatonic over the C Lydian section. There's that little triangle we were talking about last time in the straight eighths. F sharp, not a pentatonic note, but that important Lydian note. Always nice to sneak in that F sharp note, even if you're using pentatonic. By the way, one thing to remember is the A Dorian segment and the B Phrygian segment are also G major. So all those licks you're using in the A Dorian and B Phrygian are going to work out here too. I did that on purpose. So good luck. Enjoy this Lydian type sound and E minor. Rock out.